This is a tribute to my Uncle Ike, one of the favorite uncles of our family. Ike was born in Lethbridge 88 years ago in 1927. Did he know that he attended the same school as Agnes, the girl who was tallest in her grade 3 class? One day Agnes would become his soulmate and bring much joy to his life. Ike was named after his father, Isaak Thiessen, who passed away in 1945. Here he is with his 9 brothers and sisters on the family farm, posing for a portrait after their father's funeral. Starting on the far right, John Thiessen, who is my father-in-law, then Uncle Abe, then Abe Potker, who married Aunt Anna, then Aunt Helen. The 3 boys in the front are George, Alfred, and Dave, also my uncles. Then Uncle Jake with glasses, Uncle Henry, and finally the most handsome and charming fellow in the clan, my Uncle Ike. Ike was a middle child in the family. These young men had their share of chores on the farm. Nothing came easy. This is the original threshing machine. The property still remains in the Thiessen family. Machinery is much more efficient now. My brothers-in-law, Albert and Arnold, more commonly known as Mick and Ziff, manage the farm these days. Jumping ahead to 1964, Ike and Agnes had moved to Vancouver, and here they are cutting the engagement cake. These are the girls of Aunt Helen and Uncle Johnny. From left to right, my cousins-in-law, Marlene, Diane, Linda, and Evelyn. Ike and Agnes took tender care of Ike's mother, Katharina, pictured in the brown dress. This is an interesting shot. Edna and I had returned from a long trip and spread cheesy tourist trap paintings out on the living room floor. Grandma Thiessen looks dumbfounded. Grandma Thiessen passed away in 1982. The Thiessen clan reunited, coming from far and wide. Going back 20 years, Uncle Henry was a Canadian Air Force pilot who died in a plane crash. Ike and his mother were flown to Belgium for the funeral, together with Henry's wife, Ruth. Years later, Ike and Agnes made a trip to visit the grave. Uncle Ike has always been great at relating to children. Christy and my daughter Laura get a tandem piggyback ride. Their home was ideally located as a place of refuge between Abbotsford and the Vancouver airport. My family took advantage of the generosity.
There's Uncle Ike getting his shovel out of the jimmy. And as you can see, there's snow on the ground out here. And we're about to load our luggage from our van into his jimmy, and Uncle Ike's going to take us to the airport.
Tired. Very tired and hungry.
Tired. Are you hungry?
Can't be hungry.
Do you want a banana?
No,
Want some milk?
Oh.
Would you like some milk to drink?
Not me, Aunt Agnes.
Pardon me?
Not me.
No.
Mush is tired. There you go. That'll have to be.
Woodworking was a hobby. Uncle Ike had all kinds of machines in the basement. Paper towel and toilet paper holders. candle holders, a toy box, an assortment of weapons, a sleigh complete with reindeer, here Ike and Agnes frame 3 generations, my mother-in-law Elizabeth, her daughter Edna, and Edna's daughter Laura. The 25th wedding anniversary at the Airport Hotel. My son Jason and I were privileged to provide some music at the joyous occasion. Incidentally, Jason is 38 years old now and a very busy professional bass player. Aunt Agnes retired. And this photo was taken on the last day of work. No more door-to-door deliveries. Too old to work, too young to die, we bought this rig to go bye-bye. They bought a property down by Silver Lake in Washington, and my family enjoyed visiting them during the summer.
Yeah.
Finish pushing me.
Okay, I'll push you 10 more times and then that's it. Ready?
No.
1, 2. Okay, I'll do that real high one. 1, 2. No.
Look at these cactuses. Cups. I think we're in Mexico. Yeah, later.
Are there more chairs in there?
Where's our air conditioning?
Yeah, turn it on.
Was it?
Yesterday was the hottest day of the year, and I walked
Yeah, that's when we were in.
with a sweater.
In the evening we sat around the fire and it was wet and damp.
Oh, when was it? Put this on the button. What you have to have? That is.
Oh no, that's all for this time.
As long as it amounts to 30.
And next time you can do it.
Okay, now you can add as many as you want. It's your turn.
Laura's turn.
What do I do?
Or you can put your own down. If you have others to put down, then put your own down.
See, you don't.
You can do as many as you want. How many you've got, and you've got any runs or anything in there. You can make your own.
Retired and fancy-free, Ike and Agnes became world travelers. I especially love this photo. Uncle Ike, camel jockey. Have you ever met Anne of Green Gables and her sister? Another hobby was photography. These are Ike's photos. Ike took this picture in their backyard in Abbotsford. Uncle Ike turned 70. He had always wanted a grandfather clock, and he got one. From left to right, Uncle John, Aunt Helen, and then Aunt Ruth, who was Uncle Henry's wife. You will recall that Uncle Henry died in a plane crash in 1961. The 2 sisters, Aunt Helen and Aunt Anna. From the left, Uncle John, myself, my father-in-law, John, my son Jason, hanging out with Ike in the backyard. When Uncle Ike had his stroke, Mum and Dad quickly came out from Alberta. Note the resemblance between John and Ike. As it turned out, my father-in-law, John B. Thiessen, passed away 14 months before Uncle Ike. Ike maintained his good sense of humor, laughing with my daughter Laura. Ike was surrounded by the family who loved him during his waning years. Helen, Dave, John, Abe, and Ike. How does one say farewell to a beloved uncle? Ike was a man of integrity, a servant to others, hard-working, faithful, God-loving, and he will be dearly missed.